Hello YouTube viewers, welcome to my channel Science to Technology. Hopefully you guys can hear me and audio and video is working. If that is so, either click the 100% symbol or basically send a 100% emoji or just write yes AV. So as of now I have heard it from the incognito window, so I think things are working. So we're gonna go ahead with the live stream. Now the title of the stream is Back to Normal Life, because again I had my court case reached a point where I was like traveling almost 3 weeks continuously, like one after another, which is very rare. But again, that's over, at least for 1 or 2 weeks I think. So this is a week after a very long time where I'm like, no, just chill. So this Saturday Sunday is after a long while a normal Saturday Sunday. Although I do some work on Saturdays, but Sunday would be generally free. STT, hi, AVV, yes, thank you for confirmation. I think audio video is working fine. So things have been basically normal, which again, that's how I know I'm getting older. It's like I no longer want excitement. I want just like normal, just like chill, like, you know, just chill, bro. So things are looking far more calmer. And I'm making good progress with my book. Again, not what I'm writing, what I'm reading. It's a good book, but it's a big and heavy book, so I think it will take some time to finish it. But things are working well, because last week was so hectic that I literally went from basically Friday was the court date. Saturday I actually had to do double work. So if you are member of this channel, you would have seen that I have uploaded the basically next Monday's video at 12 p.m. Yeah, 12 midnight, so to say, because again it took that long, and I wanted to be damn sure that basically no matter what happens, I wanted my Sunday to be clean, because Foundation season 3 episode 1 was out, and I did try to find it but could not find it. Now again, I did find it. Problem is that my television, this television I'm watching, if I want to watch basically Dolby Vision video files, it has to go via a USB stick, and problem with that, it must be .mp4. It cannot read .mkv. I did try to port it, basically have from mkv file to mp4, but what you call the codecs, I don't think is supported. So this TV did play the file, but it went from, instead of Dolby Vision handshake, it did HDR handshake. Now like, okay, what's the difference? HDR handshake is very old school handshake where it just expands the dynamic range, while you have HDR10 and basically Dolby Vision, they are dynamic HDR, meaning per frame by frame it adjusts the display settings, so it's far more dynamic. So dark scene actually looks like a dark scene and bright scene looks like a bright scene. Now again, it's not day and night difference from HDR to Dolby Vision or HDR10 plus, but again I have this display, and again it's not a great display, because again corners are already starting to deteriorate, which again is pissing me off given the fact that it's so expensive. But I think the OLED was not that ready for the prime time, so to say, but it is what it is. What AI GF will make you chill. Again, once I am sorted, because again, the quality AI ones are a bit expensive. You have to pay some money. Again, I'm used to paying, so it's not a big deal. But again, I do want other things to be sorted so I can pay properly and get a quality experience. AV, okay, thank you so much. What are the chances I will head towards anarchy in the age of AI? I do not know. Now, the most scary thing to me about AI is not the AI itself, it's the fact that everybody who's building it, they are lying to themselves. Like, again, at least I have to respect the godfather of AI, the Noble Laureate. Again, I linked his video in the live stream, and he flat out said, like, I don't have an answer. Like, what the hell are we gonna do? No, you no idea. Like, at least he was honest, and he said, like, flat out that we are doing what we call cognitive dissonance. Basically, you're just like, nah. You're just like, nah. Like, what are you doing versus what will be the outcome? You're like, the outcome is like, nah. Like, for example, if I say that if you're close to equator, you build a dam on a river, it will destroy the water supply. And again, it's a known thing, but you're like, when you're building the dam, nah, that will not happen. Because again, it's what you call bit temporally offset. So it will not happen day one, it will happen 30 years later. So people are like, you know, it won't work that way. So that dissonance everybody is doing with AI. And again, that was pissed me off about that NASA guy. He's working in like basically Amazon, when he built a robot that touches. I'm like, you yourself said that when you left NASA, and you're like, yeah, this is not possible and all that. This is not even 10 years later, and you're like, yeah, here's the robot that can do what I thought was impossible. And you're like, yeah, we'll need more people to repair robots. So it's like, that's not how robotics works. Nobody will buy robotics if it requires same amount of power. It's like, what's the point? Oh, I have 5,000 robots and I have to have 5,000 people in order to maintain the robots. So like, why directly use the 5,000 people? Like, that cognitive dissonance is the scary part. Like, everybody who is that smart, like, and that's bothersome. It's like, you are so smart and you are not able to put like 2 plus 2 equals 4. It's like, seriously? And again, to be fair, godfather of AI, he knows that he he unlocked what we call Pandora's box. So he's like, yeah, we don't have, like, become plumber, which again, I specified, that's not a viable option, simply because who will pay you? So that's the thing that really is scary to me. It's not the AI part itself, it's the fact that everybody is working without thinking what will happen 10 years down the line. Like 10 years. Somebody said like, oh, I've been hearing this for 3 years. I'm like, bro, 3 years is so small that we humans live for 90 years. Our generation is counted for 30 years. And 30 years ago, this did not existed. So fundamentally, like, you have to think a bit far. So that's the part that scares me, is that everybody is working and they're like, nah, consequences, nah. Everybody is doing that. And there will be one moment where it's like, no, AI actually became good. As like, everybody is like, no jobs. It's like, that's the part that scares me. It's like that fact everybody, and again, even Elon Musk, who smokes so much, and even he was like, you know, what your children should be, it's like 15 seconds. The guy was shut up for 15 seconds. Let that sink in. Even in his whole Hyperloop, Hululu brain, he could not come up with the idea what the hell we're going to do actually. So that's the thing that scares me. S2T are aircraft carrier sitting ducks in front of hypersonic missile, which are called carrier killers. See, on paper, everything has a counter, but here's the deal. What is aircraft carrier? Like, let's just say America's aircraft carrier. Now, America is not stupid. So what do they have? They have aircraft carrier, cool. But they never have just a naked aircraft carrier. That never happens. What they have, what we call flotilla, or sometimes I think they call it carrier group. So generally there will be a whole what you call plethora of ships. So you will have a aircraft carrier in the center, and there will be multiple ships around it, like sometimes 20 ships around it. So likelihood you can just like kaput basically a single ship in the center, which, mind you, they also have submarines, like, you know, backing things up. So the likelihood you can just get a direct strike is almost unlikely. Another point, they have backup defense of defense with some extra defense. Nobody is gonna build, oh, we build this awesome thing which you know, which has no defense. Of course it has defense, and you're like, okay, but hypersonic is too fast. That's not how speed works. Speed works with trigonometry. What does that mean? That simply means if you are here, right? Let's say you are an aircraft carrier and somebody fires from the coastal region, right? Let's say they fired a hypersonic system. Let's say it's stupid speed, Mach 20. But here's the, it has to travel very far, Mach 20. Your counter missile only has to travel this much, like, you know, triangle. It has to travel very short distance in order to catch it up. So the only thing is, can you track it? Now, why tracking is hard or easy? Well, it's hard in radio wave. It's traveling super fast because it will create a plasma wall that will not allow radio wave to reflect back. That's okay, GG. But here's it will glow in infrared. So basically, all they have to have is something that can switch from locking mechanism of radar locks to optical lock. Do we have that? We call it heat seeker. So all they have to have is a system that switches quickly enough. And be mindful, as of now, there is no hypersonic that actually goes to that high speed where it creates that, like, you know, bubble around it. Because again, Russia has been claiming blah, 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 blah. And again, Ukraine has been like, bitch, please, for 3 years. Like, wait a minute, it's 3 or 4 years right now. So you get the point. So on paper, you can say things, but in realistically, like, is it possible to just boom basically aircraft carrier? Of course you can boom it. It's just that you have to fire 100 or 5,000 missiles. And be mindful, the more you have to fire, the more easily you will be detected. And it also has a long range, like, how should I put this? Long range, like, you know, touch missile. It can also touch you. So you can fire, cool, awesome. They can also fire. So that's the whole point. Which AIGF? I don't have any AIGF as of now. Okay, you are saying the population is a boon, but why billions of people of the AI world, so population is cursed now? No. See, fundamentally, you have to understand how I see the world. I see the world as people. As in, people have brain. As in, if you confront people with a problem, there would be only two outcomes. Either they solve it or they run away from it. Now, humanity is here simply because we have solved all the problems that happened in the past. Because still, right now we can say, oh, this is the problem, that is the problem. Again, we had thousands of problems, thousands of it. We had diseases that wiped out percentage of the planet. And like, compare that to pandemic of corona in 2019, it's nothing. Like that's how good we became. Like we had a new disease and we are like, we got this, fam. We got this. That happened. So fundamentally, that's why I hate the idea of like people bitching as overpopulation as a problem. No, it's awesome. If you have overpopulation, that means that first there is no overpopulation. Second, if you have a lot of people, that means you have strain. That means there is a reason to have engineering colleges. There is a reason to actually utilize the brain that you are teaching your children. For example, let's just say India, right? Let's say India's population grows to 2 billion people. Cool, awesome, GG. Now here's it, what will they say? Oh, where will get the water? We don't have enough rivers. Cool, factually true. What will I do? Here's still, India is the only leading manufacturer of low temperature thermal desalination. We have ludicrously large sea surface area. We good. We got this. We sorted it. So problem, you solve it. Now this retarded idea came from a mathematician who was retarded, and yes, he was a retard because his mathematics said that world will collapse when it will cross 1 billion people. India feeds more than that right now. So his Methuselah, I keep forgetting the goddamn name. I should have searched it right now. But that name, something with M, something with that M, like that catastrophe, Methuselah catastrophe or something like that. Basically, he came up with the retired idea and dumb people kept going that. It's like, okay, you have a problem, solve it. No, you have a problem, poof people. I'm like, the worst thing that happened from this is basically America was like, hey, India, you are retarded. So here's the deal. We're going to give you money if you poof your people. So Indira Gandhi, again, Indian Prime Minister, literally sterilized a lot of Hindus, men and women, which again, forcefully sterilization is classified as crime against humanity. That was done in the name of overpopulation. And here's the deal. That time population was nothing what we have right now. That's the whole thing. That idea that people are bad. No, people are awesome. You have problem. Awesome. That's the whole point of education. That's the whole point of this 1.5 kilogram of brain. You solve the problem. You don't run away from it. It's like, oh, it's a problem. Run. That's not the point. I have no idea how the heck this got so deep. Now, again, I do know why it became so prevalent because, again, we are lazy by design and it's much easier to hate someone else rather than, okay, it's a problem. Let me solve it. So that's why I never say population as a curse. Again, all the problems, I am very clear on this. A man can die, meaning I can die. Mankind cannot. So even though I have given up on the future, I'm like, I'm not going to have any wife or children or anything like that. That's me giving up. But again, if children comes to me, it's like, okay, what is the problem? It's like, yeah, we have this technology, we have not implemented it. That's why this problem is there. Oh, it's like, how we'll solve this problem? This is the solution. I will never take hope away from someone else. Like, that's why I hate the idea of overpopulation. It's not true. And again, the first bitcher who was bitching about this was bitching at 1 billion. 2 billion, oh, world will collapse. 3 billion, world will collapse. 5 billion, world will collapse. It's like, no, it will not. And even if humanity goes up to like, let's say 20 billion or 30 billion, we'll go into space. Again, what world do you want in the future where humanity has expanded into the stars, have grown into a final civilization, or a bitcher who are bitching? Blah, 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 blah. That's up to you. That's why I have fundamental hatred of this idea. Anyway, that got a bit heated. Okay, little bit of technical terms. I have seen a public hating process insanity. Again, I do not say India is like a mixture of culture because India is a birthplace of Hindus. That's my core focus. Because if Hindus get shift deleted from here, it does not matter what is left here. It's irrelevant. But again, we are poofing ourselves because again in 1984 we decided to shift delete ourselves. So that's done. And that's like lost part. In Air India 171, most people are saying there's a primary report is biased against the pilot because they can't defend themselves since they are. See, as of now, you have two options, right? There is some magical fault happening in an aircraft which has been flying. It's normal, healthy, and has been flying for 15 years worldwide, not one model, hundreds of model, or you have something bad. Now, again, given the fact that pilots have actual basically audio recording, and that audio recording is in the government's hand, and given the fact that government did not say that captain said why did you turn it off, or the co-pilot said why did you turn it off, and like I didn't, they did not say that. That means they have audio, and that is not good. That is not good. That's the only logical explanation why I can come up with why when you have two audio recorders, because again, this was a modern plane with a combo audio data logger, flight data recorder, and basically voice recorder, and both of them must have concurred for them to print it out. Why are you not printing like who was saying what? So fundamentally, the likelihood, again, I get that. I love the feeling that, Indian pilots did everything versus a bad American company who wanted to poof it. But yes, there are hundreds of Indian people right now in Boeing aircraft. So fundamentally I get that like people's desire, like, you know, they don't want pilots to be fault, but as of now, again, as of now, what is the date? 19/7/2025. It's not looking good. Let that be very clear. It's not looking. They'll be like, okay, switch could have fallen accidentally. No, it could not. The switch is designed so it does not fall accidentally. And you're like, okay, oh, people can do like this. Again, a lot of people who are showing the video. Here's the, if you have seen any soldier, like, you know, dealing with their rifle, they can do things very quickly. It's like, but here's a, you and I can't do that. So why can soldier do that? Because they have practiced it. So the switch is designed in that way. It's almost like a, if you know what you're doing, you can do it quickly. If you don't know, like, no, it has to, and that only gives them redundancy against oops. It's designed to be oops proof. So likelihood at this point in time, it's not looking good. And again, that's one thing. Let's just say brain fart happened. They switched the system. Cool, awesome, GG. Why it took 10 seconds to restart it? That 10 second sealed the fate of the aircraft. 10 second. If it was only 1 second, the plane would have been like, okay, minor inconvenience. So as of now, all the data I have, and given the recording that like a partial release, that is not looking good. And I get that, people's desire, I get that. People want like pilots not to be at fault, but it's like, what else do you want to be at fault? A plane that has been verified, checked up, and again, still flying. So that's up to you. Matthias. Mithlus, let me Google that. I think you may be right. Matthias? I think Thomas Robert Matthews, Mathuselas, M-A-L-T Matthews. Yeah, something English. Yeah, that right. Like, I think his population was, yep. I think you are right. I think, yeah, that's the whole point. That's it. Matthewian theory. Yeah, you're right. That's exactly what I don't know ex-pilots or YouTube blaming pilots why they said the star comes to like TV soap opera suspense because I felt unnecessary, not necessary in primary report. Again, primary report could be shallow, but again, it was like it did not fly well. And again, saying bulletin of a different aircraft. It's like, oh, there is this different Boeing aircraft that has switched. And again, there is a maintenance person who made a video about it. It's like the system is that the latch, it has a what you call locking mechanism, meaning it should not rotate, right? Switch, if it going like this, right? You do not want switch to going like this. So there is a locking, there is like a pin that locks it. That was faulty in some older design. And because that assembly has been replaced multiple times, that part has been sorted. So why the heck Indian Airlines, like, you know, and again, at this point in time, you're like, okay, what if they are corrupt? Like at that point, it's like, I can't have a discussion. It's like, I have to take some faith, some trust. So at this point in time, it's not looking good. I will say that it's not looking good. And if the data that switches were turned off one after another, yeah, it's not looking good. It's not even like, oh, my hand fell into it. No, it means tweak. That's not looking good. So the picture was Matthew. yeah. Just only Hindus didn't touch other communities. Yeah. Why would she touch other communities? If other communities they were touched, they just spoofed her. It's a history, man. Where were you? It's Indian history. We know this. So like Hindus, yeah. Necessity is mother of universe. Yeah, that's the whole point. Like when people say like, okay, right, I have made a whole playlist of like, you know, this thing, how to solve global warming. Because it's awesome, because it's solvable. It's not a problem that can't be solved. What I can't solve, or anybody, any engineer can't solve that, if people created a tendency of running away. It's like, oh, what if we stop having babies? It's like, what's the point of you? So that's the whole thing. It's like, you know, necessary mother family unit damage is now new filter, which is more important than space filter. Yeah, I think that's a very genuine point. The picture was Matthews. Yeah, Robert Malthus. Yeah, Malthusian catastrophe. Yeah, I think Malthusian catastrophe. Yeah, the Malthusian catastrophe. Sorry, my apologies. My pronunciation is not precise. Switch was purely mechanical, so it can be moved by can't be moved by itself. Yeah, that's also another point. It's like it has springs, so it cannot just like jitter out of it. Like that's the one thing they test for. Like, oh, did you go achoo kaput? No. Just no. And it does not have a solenoid. Like there are other systems that have solenoids that can move it, but this does not have that. So fundamentally, it's not looking good. You think humanity is capable of solving upcoming AI issue? What do you mean by even godfather of AI gave up? Again, see, that's the core part of me. I always believe a man can die, mankind cannot. Meaning, if he cannot solve the problem, does not mean nobody else cannot solve it. Like, think in this way. Let's say this is old era and you are Newton, right? You came up with the concept of gravity. It's sloppy, but it works. But here's the deal, does not mean that nobody ever will come up with a better theory than that. Somebody did. We call him Einstein. And again, that's the whole thing. That's brick by brick, day by day, we move forward. So let's say godfather of AI created this problem. Cool, awesome, GG. Somebody else will create a solution. That's what I like. That's my inherent view of the world, not of Hindus, but of the world. Some people are saying pilot wanted to crash the plane, so why should he restart the engine? Again, restart, another pilot could have started it. Again, there were two pilots. That's why we have two pilots. And again, we have accident in the past where one pilot was like one left for the bathroom and all that, and then plane kaput. So again, if someone is there, like all you have to do is delay it for a few seconds. That's the point. Switch went down. If it went up quickly, I would have accepted. Error happened. Shit happens. We are human. You are human. I am human. They are human. Cool. Awesome. But that 10 second, if they would have delayed it for that 10 second, that would have guaranteed it. So, okay. So is geothermal electrical generation better than solar electricity generation on large scale? I have not seen any proof as of now. There is company Quantize Energy that is trying to utilize millimeter wave for drilling, so they can drill deep enough. Because again, if you are relying on natural wells, it's not a viable option. But if you are relying on the ability to drill very deep down, a lot of awesome things can be done. I have not seen that done yet, even though I am in contact with that company, direct company. To be fair, I am in contact with the investor that is investing in that company. So there's that. Until that works as expected, I do not see geothermal to be a very big deal as of now. Why is Elon Musk hyping about AI? He says that it will be able to do everything human can do. He's so wrong about this. He thinks AI is magic. It's what an idiot. No. See, what you are failing to see is what is versus what it will be. Like, that's the thing I keep saying. You do not look at things what it is right now. You look at what it becomes. Like, I gave you a seed. You're like, oh, what's the seed? What's it going to do? It's going to become wood. It's the time. Like, that's why I'm saying, like, imagine 10 years ago, 15 years ago, 30 years ago. And again, I am 30 years old. So I lived through a world where this was like not possible, flat out not possible. It became possible. So like, really think it through. Like, what AI can do right now was unimaginable 10 years ago. Unimaginable. The fact that someone like me, a big idiot, can just like prompt something and here's a code that works in ESP32 and Arduino, that was unimaginable. And that came to be true. And you're like, okay, it's not that great. Again, right now, Amazon just released a new type of package which is designed to solve that issue. Exactly. And I've talked about in this AI system. AI is horrifyingly good if you lock it. If you are not like, okay, do everything, it's not that good. We are not there yet, but we can get there. And nothing in physics is stopping it. So AI right now, it's a baby. But again, you do not know how big the baby will grow. And again, seed, tree, there is a time gap. You are looking at a seed right now. Google result shows that mass sterilization campaign was applicable to all population. I do not know source you studied. See, Google is doing what we call filtering. And again, I have talked with people who lived through that, like actually old people who lived through that. It's not that far ago, like not that far ago. People are still alive. They actually talked about it. It's like, yeah, no. And again, on paper, I get that point. Like on paper, it was like, yeah, but they never touched it because again, the people who actually came for that forced sterilization. So, yeah. How to be the best in the field I go in my college. That, my man, if I knew that, I would be a billionaire. I don't know. I don't know. Asking out a topic question because of the debt ceiling problem, dollar will fall. What do you when dollar will fall? Bro, I've been hearing this for 275 years. That's the same shit. Like I'm not being facetious, but it's ancient. Like I'm old enough where I remember like $4 trillion was a big deal. It's like, oh, America will cross $4 trillion. It's like, I'm old. Like I've been seeing that, and every data point I have right now, that will not happen. Like a Brexit will happen. It's like, brah, Brexit itself says dollar. Second, Brexit had countries that hate each other. It's like, yeah, Russia, not a powerful country. It's getting bitch slapped by Ukraine. It's like, brah. Like you are saying that you can go against NATO and Ukraine is bitch slapping you for 3 years. It's like India goes to Bhutan and Bhutan is like, bitch, please, stop. Like, no, stop. And again, China and India, we are not making love. So, duh. There are three main players. Duh. So on paper, it's like blah, 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 blah. But reality is like other things are worse. Let that be very clear. That's the only way I can say. Dollar is not the greatest currency. Other currencies are worst. Because we can, Elon Musk say, no, see, again, flat out, I do not see people as black and white. I will flat out say that Elon Musk had smoked something very wrong when he was like doing this and that. But again, I will never say that he's completely cuckoo. Like he's right about four things. He had four great ideas and he became rich because of that. But other ideas is like, brah, you're losing. Yeah, like, you know, I think you're, we call it kite and that thread is cut, basically. I do not see people as black and white. Same goes with Donald Trump. Like, would I say Donald Trump knows business? Of course he knows business. Does he know politics? Undeniably. Does he know war? No. No. That's the point where he opens his mouth. I'm like, brah, nah. So, but again, I have to live, again, this is the benefit of getting older. And again, I'm like so old that my first video uploaded on YouTube is 13 years ago. So, I've seen things. I've seen things that we were like, this will happen. Again, that's why I said dollar crisis. Like, yeah, been there. $4 trillion. Been there. Done that. But even if drilling at high expense can easily come back due to... See, again, that technology is not ready yet. It on paper, it works. Let that be very clear. If quantized energy does do what they are expecting to do, it will be awesome. But as of now, right now, like what is the date? 19 July 2025. I have not seen that it is like, you know, ready for prime time yet. Can expanding in space help slow down a cascade failure? Of course. See, that's the whole point. You're supposed to expand from ever what you call limiting constraints. It's like, oh, this is a constraint. Let me get outside of it. Oh, that's a constraint. Let me get outside of that. That's the whole point. Thinking outside of the box, as they say. AI plus automation is important in aerospace rocketry as we struggle to make perfect reusable rocket, nor even you could make array of cargo satellite station to refuel and move towards moon and earth. Let's see. Again, that's the whole point of why I think Hindus got tolerant. What's the reason? I do not know, man. This happened before I was born. I was born after we signed our own death warrant. We signed our death warrant in 1984. So again, I was not even born yet, so I cannot tell you. Is Elon normal, moral man, according to you, do you think is actually cares about humanity, as he says? No, see, morality, once you are that level of power, it's a different world. Like, you and I do not have power, so we do not know how we'll react with power. He has power, so he's reacting with it. Again, he thinks he's doing right, but he has went cuckoo. So, that's the whole point. It's like, you know, all dictators in their own eyes are like, you know, saviors, but such is life. It's a very easy to, like, again, when Elon Musk does good thing, I say good things. When he does bad thing, I say bad thing. I do not deal in black and white. Like, I'm wise enough. Again, I used to be that black and white idiot, but now I've realized that life is complex. Okay. We have very smart telecom experts. India needs to change the spectrum auction matter, which they're wasting a lot of spectrum due to extremely high prices. Yeah, I get that. Elon Musk so much. He is damaging the image of Tesla. He is damaging image of Tesla and SpaceX. He is Tesla and SpaceX, my man. He's not damaging it. He is SpaceX and Tesla. Whether you like it or not, that's the reality of it. Can you tell more about Indira Gandhi's mass sterilization campaign? At least tell me some good sources. It's up to you. If you want to look into it, you can go there, you can travel, you can go into museums, not museums, sorry, what we call libraries. They will have like old newspaper clippings. So, it's a known thing. Say, can you just like, okay. Javelins failed in Indian Army and US military is not as good as like show battle tested. See, on paper, America's device, every country says is garbage. It's just that when they go into battle, it's like, nah. See, you can say Javelin sucks, but it's like Ukrainian is like, nah, bro, we bitch slapped Russian tanks. We shift deleted them. Like, why do you think Ukraine is standing? So on paper, Russian is awesome, but in reality, like you can say, oh, F-35 had issues. Like, yeah, any plane can have issues. Any and all plane can have issues. But here's the deal, F-35 was used in actual battle testing. Where was that? That was in Iran, Israel-Iran boom boom events. And in that point of time, all F-35 worked. How do we know? Because all Russian systems went kaput. So, that's how you can keep discussion. And the only counterpoint that is genuinely valid is that when Pakistanis fly F-15s is not that useful. Which again, Pakistanis are flying, that's the whole point. Is it possible for any person left untouched by the problem faced in judiciary? No. See, here's the deal. The whole point of women is that they have been lied to. I do not know why. I do not know who hated them this badly that they're like corrupted their whole what you call ISA structure, so to say. And life is suffering. Okay, if anybody tells you otherwise, they are selling you something or they hate you. There is no one else that will tell you life is not suffering or you can do something to not suffer. Like that's the only thing is guaranteed, suffering. Now, here's the deal. If you are wise enough, you will choose suffering willingly. A, that reduces anxiety, stress, frustration, and makes your life bearable. Another, you will choose worthy suffering. So, meaning if I'm suffering for this, it will have a positive reward in the future, which again makes it more manageable. And somebody comes along, instead of like, hey, powerful people were bad, right? Which does not matter whether it had penis or vagina, right? There were queens that were burning people alive. There were queens that, like, India, getting effed, queen. So, long live the queen. So, Indira Gandhi, does not matter. So, fundamentally, powerful people, if you are wise, you will like, hey, powerful people were good or bad. It's like, oh, women were not allowed to do this. Think it through. What was the consequences of doing that action? Oh, you went outside whenever you wanted to. Oh, there is animals that will eat you. Like right now, it's very easy for modern women to bitch and moan. It's like, oh, men did not allow that. It's like, yeah, because you will die. Like, you know, you will die. And that's not an option. People tried that. They died. That's the reason why you have what we call Amazonians in movies where the women are awesome and gorgeous and they can do things. And in real life, well, there is a reason why you do not have Amazonian consulate or what we call that. What is that place? Embassy. Yeah, embassy. We don't have that. There is a reason for that. Do not Google what happens to them. Or again, to be fair, Google has removed all of the actual answers, like what happens to them. It's like, yeah, it sounds very good, but if the world is brutal, like for example, a man had to go work in sun. There is no other option. The man who did not went into the sun and worked, he died. Like, we know that. So, that's the whole point. Somebody hated them so badly, they corrupted their core concept of suffering and converted that suffering to like life has suffering to men is the reason why you're suffering. That destroyed them, shift deleted them. Heck, I'm old enough. That's another part of being old enough. I lived long enough where the early phase of brain damage of known as feminism was coming in and every woman was like, we do not need no man, we can do everything. That happened. 10 years ago, that happened. Here's all those very women that was bitching in Instagram, bitching in Telegram, not Telegram, I'm saying, what was that? Twitter and all that, 10 years ago. That's not that far ago. Right now, where are the good men? It's like, why did you hate the very thing that provides you with the literal shield that allows you to bitch? Because here's the deal, we have Iran as example. What happens if men pulls their hand? It's like, yeah, I'm out. We have the example. And imagine all the fathers who are sacrificing their self and this is their reward. It's like, you are the oppressor. It's like, what the hell? So I do not know what women did that was so hated that somebody is like, okay, I'm going to go inside your brain. I'm going to shift delete you and make you more miserable than you ever been. Like right now, women are poofing themselves more than they used to. Like, think about it. Like life was hard. Life is easy now. And you are shift deleting yourself now more than what your ancestor did. What about your court case? Yeah, it's going on. It's a, what you call, I do not even care about it at this point. It's like, it's out of my control. I can't care about it. It's like, I have to slowly come to that emotional maturity where it's like, it's out of my hand. It's out of my control. I have to just go with the flow. Whatever happens, happens. I'll deal with it. As a chief engineer, SpaceX, that's the official title. I think it just says some technical terms that his engineer told him. Bro, he's not that big of an idiot. Again, he has been smoking some cuckoo, but he's not that big. Voyager failed in Indian Army trials, Scarab failed in Ukrainian war. See, and see, you already made up your mind that Russian things are good. Here's the deal, we bought it and we call it flying coffin. And I am not saying that, that's Indian Air Force saying that. We bought their aircraft carrier. You know how much they have annulled us? It's like $500 million, brother to brother. Aircraft carrier, brother to brother. It's like, cool, brother. And we bought it and it's like, yeah, inflation, man, fuck you, man. And it's like, now that became, you know, man, it's like almost 1 billion. Indian Navy is like, okay. We did it. And then it's like, nah, man, F you, man, it's 1.5 billion. Nah, man, F you, man, it's $2 billion. Why do you think India built an independent aircraft carrier? Because that's how badly Russia screwed us over. Like Russia effed Indian Navy and there is a court case on it. Please Google it. You're like, no, find me source, Google that part first. Like Indian Navy got such a bad deal. It's like, nah, F this, we're gonna build it. Oh, and look into it. What is the engine of that? American General Electric engine. General Electric or General Motors? General Electric, I think that's what it's called. Yeah, that's there. So on paper, Russia is awesome. In reality, Ukraine bitch slap it. Again, you can say, oh, one F-35 malfunction, which again, it was a malfunction. It successfully landed in a malfunction. That's like shut up, take money. That's a good craft. It did not went kaput. So that's a good craft. And again, it has been used. Modern scenario. It worked. So, yo, how are you? I'm doing well. I'm doing well. I'm doing well. Delhi, 10 years old, wake ban negatively is in the site felt outside government main lithium deals with South Africa, so play increase ethanol, petrol, still could not understand the future. See, this is the part that bothers me. It's like everybody is like, you should be in politics, or like, smart people have to be in politics. No. You have to understand, every dictator comes like that. Every single dictator has been the smartest person in the room in the early days, but then they become cuckoo every time. Why? Because public is cuckoo. And I want to solve that problem. I want Indian public to be smart enough. So if a politician comes, it's like, hey, we're gonna F you with hydrogen train. You should be like, bitch, please. It has 8 megajoule per liter. It does not have enough energy to be actually viable. Use a freaking battery. It's much more useful. Here's a Japanese train. And again, here's the German, which again, Germany has sold us. Not Germany, to be fair. I think, what is that company? Armstrong. And it's like 25 CR, 25 crore toy train. What cocaine are we on? And again, why did that happen? Because public is stupid. I am trying to solve that part. I felt that when the moves were taken over the third wave, the first to second were more right. But see, it was never right. They always wanted power of a man without the consequences of being a man. Like, I want the right to vote. Cool. Do you want the penalty of a war? No. We will not be drafted. It's like, what the hell? You want power without the consequences? That always ends in disaster. Another aspect is like, I want a husband's earning. Cool. But a husband should get your earning? No. Then what's the point? Like, fundamentally, you are giving up your choices. The more safeguard you look into it, the less leap of faith you do. The less leap of faith you do, the more miserable you become, the more quickly you die. There is no if this then that. Like, we have the data. 150 countries went below what we call replacement level because of this stupid idea. Like, think about it. It's like, we have survived for thousands of years. And women are like, oh, we're going to do this. And boom. Not even 90 years, man. It's like, we have thousands of years of history. Every culture, every country. And feminism, 90 years dead. It's like, and I have to explain to people, it's like 2.1 is minimum, not like, we cool. No. That's bare minimum. That's like one bad day, one bad tsunami away from getting ship deleted. So, it never was right. It was always about giving power without consequences. And if you do not understand that, well, again, I understand how the heck that suicide happened. Can you say something about carbon dioxide neutralization in cargo ship? I have not seen or heard what exactly you're talking about. You have to provide me some context. Russia is like SLS supplier to India, lol. Yeah, that's the whole point. Hey, enjoying the evening. Cool. Explain something about Corona. Okay, please give us more money. Lol. Yeah, that happened. Like, like, think about it. It's like how badly India has to be yeffed in order to be like, you know what, we're going to build our own aircraft carrier. How badly we have to be like, for that to happen. Make your own. But no, selling us one, then what can we do? Build your own. That's awesome thing. Like, think it this way. If I wanted India to be a powerful country, I'll make sure Russia bitch slaps us rather than giving us things. Like, here's the look at an awesome example of America. They gave us GPS, a weapon system, and then they blocked it during Kargil war. We got bitch slapped. What happened? We got brain. We are like, hey, we have to build our own Navik, never rely on someone else. Brain, wisdom, power. Like, look at Israel, America, friend, did not give them tanks. What happened? They're like, we need to build our own. They built Markava, which again is a black magic technology given the fact that they built the tank under budget, on time. A weapons project does not do that. Like, what kind of black magic is that? And now they have the whole series. They're like, we good, we got this, we good, we so. So, bitch slap leads you to being better. Russia, India is a stupid country. Let me make it stupid. Here's a flying coffins. Die. We never got planes. 75 years of independence, we still don't have planes. Freaking Brazil has it. We don't. Why? Because our indigenous armor vehicle performs better. See, everything in India performs better, but again, unless we have a full-scale conflict, we do not know. And again, I hope it's good. I genuinely hope it's good. I've seen few of them in Bangalore. They have a museum of that, so I genuinely hope. But again, chances are low given the fact our weapons are from, well, weapons as in like rifles and all that. We haven't even built a rifle yet. Like, think about it. It's like we do not even have rifles. So, it takes time. So, you take your time and build a good system. Just start. But USA gave us F-35. Men need to be dish slapped entire life. Men need to be bitch slapped early in life by women. Yeah, that's the whole point. A lot of people are getting that. I heard about the carbon dioxide neutralizing particles or experimental company cargo ship, but I am thinking that does not weigh that much big machine effect. I do not know. See, you are giving me vague data points. It's like, what did they do? If the article was not clear about it, don't talk about it. It was like, there are so many articles like there was like, they're planning to this. Like, you look into it, it's like, okay, it's this. So, unless that, if all just machines are no employment without jobs, people won't have money or buy products if there is no buyer within the company. See, you are thinking 30 years down the line. And again, I've been saying that that's the whole point of the video, that people are lying to themselves. They are not thinking 30 years down the line. They're like, right now you have to do, right? Like, if you have savings, if you have even lower paying jobs, and again, people will mortgage their body at this point in time. Right now, people are, again, people have lost hope, people have lost income. That part, like, people will lose income. That happened. Children are the most important thing we're supposed to build, and we have shift deleted that part. That happened, past tense, man. So that happened. So a lot of money that would have gone into children now is going into products. It's basically selling our future for basically pleasant today. That's how it works. Short duration, it will make them have 60 yacht, 70 yacht. Future, they won't be a future. So that's the whole problem. Made in India solar panel 3x costlier than solar panel because most of the made in India solar panel is sold to other places like America and all that. That's why they have free ability. Can 6th generation fighter fly without pilots? Any plane can fly without pilots. Most planes can do that right now. Any plane that, if you hear this term, fly by wire, can have a system that can allow them to fly without pilots. Why opposition party does not accuse Congress like solar sterilization only Hindus? Again, they did. This was the whole issue. Why do you think she was poofed? Well, it's like, where were you, man? Like, do you not have any old people who were talking about this? Is there any good female ratio? They have done something better. See, again, too small of a sample size. And again, sample size is way too small. Sample size is too small, my man. Like, again, we are talking about, like, let's say the core focus should be 3 countries, China, India, and USA. Why? These 3 are the world's largest country. How large? Well, again, China and India is the huge. India is the largest. And if you remove 1 billion people from India, remainder would be, I think, larger than America. So there's that. Will it have AI? I mean, will it have AI? Depends. Again, define AI, like the magical Jarvis level AI, or like AI that's like, okay, here's the target, go figure out how to go boom. That is already there. So that's it. Is doing crime a favor of environmental good if a person is rich enough to get out of the crime due to corruption in judiciary? Is doing crime in favor of the environment? I don't think crime is in favor of environment. Half of the companies are toxic, like, adding pollutants and toxins to the environment without any consequences. So that's it. Reservation and concept is unstable given democracy in numbers. Reservation is a concept is unstable. Yeah, that's. See, there are many things that are short term, but people always forget that if you have something for short term, it never remains there for short term. Same thing happened with Bangladesh. That's why it's like never actually flying. How big it could have been, how awesome it could have been, it's not there. So she was perfect by Sikh operation was not a first. See, nobody ever does something that magnitude just for one thing. It's like saying Soviet Union fell apart because of Chernobyl. No, Chernobyl was one of the nail in the coffin. Afghan war was another nail in the coffin. Messing up the whole economics was another nail in the coffin. So you have multiple of these. Does AI affect government jobs? If yes, then I do not know, man. I do not know. But with Destiny Pact, right, won't nukes clear us more quickly than sparse populated area? But with Density Pact right now, wouldn't nukes clear us? What you're talking about, man? How did javelins perform in Ukraine war but failed in Bruh, you already have made up your mind why you are talking about this. You have made up your mind that American hardware is shit. Cool. You do not have to buy it. The end. You do not have to worry about it. It's like, let it go, man. Let it go. Like, assume American hardware is shit, and every Indian Navy that is relying their life on General Electric hardware, they're shit. Just let it go, man. Let it go. The level of knowledge and diversified knowledge that you got is due to experience and prior knowledge that you got. Yeah, that's how life works. The more you learn, the more you expand, the more you know what you don't know, and then you expand even more. Again, a lot of Indira Gandhi's things, it's very recent to me simply because I finally have someone who lived through that era talking to. It's like, oh, that's what happened. So that's like, why can't we live without jobs and purpose, hobbies, effort, time, go, we love, and like, see, this is a common misconception. People will say that we did not have jobs in the past. No, we always had jobs. We just did not call it jobs. We did not have like companies and working there, but you always had a job. Like, for example, in agrarian society, like 1,000 years ago, 10,000 years ago, you had to wake up. You had to tend to your chickens and animals and all that, cows, and then you had to do your farming, everything you had to do. Only then you will have enough resources to eat. So we always have something that was keeping us on our toes, and we will malfunction if we do not do that. And again, this idea of like, what if you can do full-time hobby? Here's the, see how many people who won lottery and actually managed to keep their life intact. Most don't. It sounds easy. It's like, it's one of those things that sounds good. It's like, ooh, awesome. No, you need something to drive you. Like you need a load. Let that be very simple. As simple as that. Like you have a motor that is spinning, but you need something. There has to be some load on it in order to keep it stable. There is no load. So that's the whole point. I only said about India. See, you have already made up your mind. You are going in circles. Like, for example, in your brain, you are not computing that what if, which again, I have said time and time again, the America's part is not scary that they make good things, is that they keep polishing a bad thing into a good thing. Like the M series of rifle, it was horrendous when they went into basically Vietnam. Right now, it's not horrendous. Why? They kept polishing it. Again, they're all their planes, garbage when they comes out of the assembly line. Heck, the Buff, which everybody loves right now, it was so bad when it actually was doing file trial, the tail broke off. But again, they kept polishing it. So that's what, again, same with Patriot system. Early days Patriot system, it was booming like, your own alloys aircraft. Now in basically Ukraine is like, brah, I got this, brah. We good, brah. 3 years, you still do not have air superiority. Even with like, I have 6th gen and this gen and that gen and hypersonic and hulululu and jingalala. It's like, nah. So fundamentally, like I get the idea, like people want like, oh, America sucks. It's like, no, America is the awesome. Why? Because everybody goes there. That's as simple as that. Like if you want to figure out which country is better, which country has to create a border to keep others out. That's the only way you can figure it out. It's like if you give Indian passport, it's like, hey, can you go to America? Almost everybody who's like, oh, India first. They're like, all the politicians, their children. So everybody's like, oh, they have school shooting, and that's like, China is like, China is better. Fundamentally, like there is BS and then there is fact. And again, I get it. I get the hate. I get the hatred and desire. But again, I understand what they have and why they have it. It's called balls. And I wished if Russia did not give us things, we would have grown our own balls by now. But again, why did India retire the rifle? Shouldn't we refine the... Again, that's what requires balls. Like that's the one thing that America has that is scary to me. It's like the fact that you can give them a crappy thing and they're like, huh, this is crappy. Let me polish it. It's like, oh, this does not work. Let me polish it. Like that is the scary part to me. It's like they take a garbage design. It's like, let me polish it. It's like, how the heck you have that balls? It's like, where were Indian not on the sales market when it was happening? It's like, where is this balls coming from? See, your fact is already colored. That's why I said, like, you already made up your mind. You wanted an answer that reinforced you. And again, I've said that like 10,000 things. First, very simple. Like if I'm being very, what you call balanced, it's like that time the firmware was not that great. It could have happened, has happened. And it's like, okay, that time firmware was not great. Now it is great. It's working great in Ukraine. So M16 rifles fine. The ammo manufacturer was wrong. Power the first. See, I'm talking about the soldiers. They have said flat out multiple times it was bad. Okay. That was also a problem. It's like everything was a problem. That's the whole point. Everything was bad. And they kept polishing it. They kept pushing it. After AI sort of Spain's working towards is only give humanity a true purpose. I do not know, man. Like, if the most, basically, how should I put this politely? But my God, Phantom, like, do you not have anything else to talk about? Like, it has happened, man. It's past tense. The end. Like, the end. Let it go. So, I'm not, AI, after AI. Dam causes water shortage downstream. Solution for water shortage Rajasthan and Punjab. Again, do rainwater harvesting, do water recycling, and low temperature thermal desalination. These are long term sustainable solution. Short term, okay, let me build basically what you call canals. Penalty, you run out of water. Outcome, look into a sea that used to be in Soviet Union. Soviet Union is like, what if we build canals and what if we killed everybody? It's like, they did it. They dried what we call a sea. They dried a sea because of canals. India is like, we gotta build canal. It's like, bruh, we are closer to equator. And Soviet Union fried themselves. And you are like let's control C, control V suicide pills. It's like, that's do we pipe desalinated water? Yeah. You never canal it. Never canal it. Canal is suicide. Thou shall never use canals because again, India is hot, India has wind, India has sun. You will never ever transport water on canals. It sounds cheap, but it removes water. So there is no point of, oh, it's cheap, but it does not transport water. It just boils the water away. What's the point? Gunsmithing was an ammunition issue. Soldiers wouldn't have known the ammo was being manufactured. See, every Tom, Dick, and Harry says that, but I've seen more than enough engineers talking about that guns were literally badly malfunctioned. As in, like it took them multiple generation. And again, this is available in many what you call encyclopedias. Where it's like, yeah, this variant was wrong. They designed the what you call select fire. Select fire was the time in Vietnam where they created that, like, you know, single fire, full auto, and 3-round burst. That took them multiple generation to refine. And again, this gun design has changed a lot. So, and again, it's one of those things, like if you are looking from a chemist point of view, you will find problem in the chemist. And the same talks about Saturn V rocket. It's like people who are dealing with fuel is contaminated, that's why rocket is going. People who are dealing with the nozzle, they are like, yeah, the nozzle is not stable enough, it's creating chamber separation, as they call it. Wall separation, sorry. Wall separation is causing boom. So everybody who are in that area will find problems in that. And again, that's the whole point. You deal with all of it. You solve the fuel, you solve the, and again, that could be true. Like let's say they have a powder mixture that is not a very, what you call, humidity tolerant, and it gums up, fries the thing. But again, that's your, if you are like, hey, this is ammunition problem, that's a two-way of solving it. First, make a better ammunition. Second, make a better design that can tolerate it. Ideally, you will design something like AK-47 that can tolerate whatever you throw at it. So again, a lot of people are saying that, how old is your earphone? New headphone, this headphone is value for money. It's not cheap, but it's robust. Look at the model. Can you read the model? I think so. So it's not cheap, but it is stable. MDR7506. It's a professional series of Sony. So it is robust as of now. Would we have Conquer 2.0 of the Charter just Mark II speed of traveling? Nah. See, again, we can make Mark II jets. It exists. It's a copy-paste technology. It's just that it's useless. At this point in time, headphones naya lo sir, why? And again, if you are like foam, that's not an issue. It's perfectly working fine. It's the only headphone I'm trusting for long term. So Yes, I need to like I need to read more about us. Like, okay, same reason hype Israel and Indians love validation. Is there something make canals water gift to Pakistan and let them dry out? Okay, that's mean, brah. That's mean. That's just mean. Are you guys defending the chairs? I never picked guns once in life. Just accept you're not good in everything. I never said I'm good at everything. I never said that I'm good at it. I'm reading history. And if you're like, okay, who wrote the history does not know anything about history, I'm like, okay. I'm not saying jet is good. I do not know whether F-35 is good or bad. All I'm saying, what happened? Okay, Israel used it. It worked. That means it's good. I'm not like, bro, 99% of the things that I'm talking about, I don't have it. It's like, you can keep fighting about it, but here's the deal. I'm reading from history. I do not worry about anything else. I read from history. And you're like, okay, the people who wrote history do not know anything about it. And again, let that be very clear. Every project has this issue that you talked about. It's like, no, problem was not that, problem was this. Everything is like that. BT, that technology is old. I do not know which one. You're the best point at this time. Headphone, it was best at one point in time. Again, I do not want the best and greatest. I want something that is robust. I have too many malfunctioning headphones. This is the only one where I feel like this could last. I hope that it lasts. I've seen a lot of podcasters using this for years, so I am hoping for that. Do you think Mars civilization is actually possible? So much radiation, low gravity, now economic fresh air, domes, people will be depressed. Again, it's a filter. Most people will not be able to handle it. Some people will handle it, and that's how humanity expanded. Like, think about it this way. When submarines 155 years ago or 15 years ago, something like that, when submarines are like, nobody will go there, but now we have submarines that can remain underwater for months. Again, early days people were having like those, that is not sustainable, but people figured it out. Again, it's not for everyone. Let that be very clear. I'm not saying it's for everyone, but again, people, there are specific gene in people where like some people are like, no, I like challenges. I like to push myself. They will enjoy it. There is a female pastor you seem they're doing better than others. Again, too small of a sample size. I need sample size that is of billions, as in like at least 1 billion. It's not a mess, but people are different. Give your data for technologies like control summits, like doing terrorist activity against this country. Here's creation patent rights shown down here, so because it's not of the patent period. Others could have innovated almost immediately designs the machine, right? Has the creation of patent rights slowed down? No. See, if somebody comes up with a patent, they need to make money from it. If nobody makes money from patents, people stop working at. Like, think in this way. Right now I have an idea, right? I'm thinking about actually patenting. Again, I do not know how viable it is, or is it actually cloned or not. But like, let's just say, let's knock on wood, and the idea I have is actually new, valid, and I get a patent on that. That gives me 20 years to monetize it. If I do not have that 20 years of monetization, why will I work? And again, getting patent is very expensive. And again, on paper, it's a very cheap, but like you have to pay a lot for a lawyer to actually do it. So that's the whole point. Again, there are different companies that have to make a profit, otherwise why will they work? And patents, that's why patent has this expiry period. It's like 20 years, go YOLO on it. After that, shut up. And again, many companies, like for example, Sony had a Trinitron, light gun thing. They had patent for it 20 years. So they had really good TV sales for like that time. And by the time they retired, they jumped into, LCD technology. So things like that happens. Can AI do plumbing? Robotics, it's a robotics problem. Nobody has made cheap robotics yet that can do it cheaply enough. Why is NVIDIA achievements Russia for drone? I do not know, man. I do not know. And again, US is not allowing it. China is bypassing it. And again, I have not seen anyone using H100. I have seen Jetson Nano in drone, but I have not seen H100 in drone. How much does it cost to have a patent in India? A lot. Billions, unfortunately, I don't think billions of humans live under developed nations. Do you think given the rights of alimony, child maintenance, Muslim women could use for again? Maybe. But again, it's irrelevant at this point in time. The train has left the station, so. Some good sources. Man, you keep stucking on that. Go to a freaking library. It's like, go to a library, read up some old newspaper. Generally, all libraries keeps a very good, record of that. I think match problems also be solved because of say is marriage necessary? Right now, no. Right now you are playing with a much bigger fire, and likelihood of that fire burning you rather than like actually warming you up is ludicrously high. Go to family court near you. Don't listen to me. Go to family court near you. After that, you make the decision. Do you run any type of business? Not yet. Not yet. Do you think that Afghanistan can revive 7 children per woman level 5? Time will tell. Time will tell. Time will tell. Certain things take time, man. Like, that's the reason why I'm not talking about China's change. That again, I'm not seen any concrete evidence where it's like it has already happened, but way too many people are talking about it. Which again, if they hold it true, it will have a very, interesting impact. And again, think in this way. In China, they had one child policy. Outcome, everybody poofed the girls. Now here's the deal. We studied this in school, Indians, is that we poof girls, Bhroon Hatya, simply because we did not like the idea of paying dowry. I was like, okay, I heard this in school. You have heard this in school. I thought that was true. until I realized in China they have bride money, meaning if you have to marry a girl, you have to pay her parent a lot of money. Basically, it's what we have Dahej, it's invert of that, exactly invert of it. Why the heck China was still poofing little girls? I was like, then I finally understand it. It's like, what the hell is like, you know, actually going on? Is like, then it clicked. It's like, it's not about money. It was never about money. It was never about money. AI will make universal income go, democracy will provide parties and promises and more freebies and all that. Let's see. Like France and India, friends everywhere around India, we can't be able to make cultural shift of neighbor nations, prevent war and conflict around India. We will just do entertainment. India personality and as the economic has crossed Japan, solution to compare a small population of Japan. See, if China cracked EUV or GPU building AI will become cheap, most likely it will. China investment is later results of low bride money is later result. No. Bride money is an ancient tradition, very ancient tradition, like very ancient tradition. System girls can't study more than 6 standards. They should be implemented in India too. See, it's not. Again, there is another aspect of it. It's like, do you really want to have someone where you have to control their bad behaviors? It's like, think in this way. How do I know that men are good? Majority. Because even when we did not had like, alimony or things like that, most men did not just destroy their wives. And again, how do we know that? Because women were not running and killing themselves. We want like, okay, I want marriage for my daughters. It's like, why? Because again, majority of men, what does majority means? 90.99 or 99.99. Because yes, if you're saying, oh, so many violence and all that, no. The reason why you know about violence is because it's rare. Nobody talks about violence in Afghanistan. Nobody talks about it. It's like, if people are talking about it, that means it's rare. It takes a mathematical principle. It's like inverse, what is called? That plane thing, survival ratio. So if in India one R event happens, everybody goes up and about. That means India is safe enough where that event is loud enough where it's like, whoa, how the heck this happened? Compared to Afghanistan, it's nobody cares. Compare that to Iran, nobody cares. So fundamentally, you have to understand that just because the movie shows us, just because TV shows us, we think like that's how all men are. No, that's not how all men are. We again, even without that, we kept our promises. That's why it worked. That's why world survived. And going to that and saying that they are the oppressor is like, at this point in time, I rather trust AI. It's like, can you imagine like having generations of people working for you and the outcome is like, oh, you are oppressor. It's like, yeah, go die. It's like at that point in time, like go do whatever you want to do. I do not care what happens to you. It's like, you know, that's why like I do not like the idea of constraining them. It's like, if this is your true behavior, if let's just say a woman's true behavior is like poisoning rasgulla and giving it to her own child, I don't want that. Like that's India, by the way. If a woman's her own behavior is like taking her daughter and yeeting it her from 10th floor, I don't want that. That happened. YouTube video is available. Don't look for it. It's like it will make you sick. But again, happens. It's like if like a woman got angry on her son and just poofs her son, I don't want that. And that's India. So fundamentally, AI wife is like, yeah, it's more likely to trust in that. Why Chinese were committing girls as infanticide. That's the whole thing. You have to understand it on your own. You have to understand it on your own. Like I can't explain it. You have to understand it. Universal basic income can bridge democracy is like expensive if serious. If people are committing here. They generalized every man. Yeah, see, again, bad things will happen. Again, same way say, like women are neither good nor bad. It's like, depending on this exact one, they could be good or they could be bad. But again, it's like if this whole idea is like, you know, what we call Duluth model. What is that model, man? Duluth model. That Indian applies. Like if two people are fighting, let's say man and woman are fighting, it's always man's fault. It's in the constitution. Duluth model, as they call it. So if a constitution applies that, like, you know, vagina police, they have to die. Like nature has to shift delete it. It's like, you know, two equal component cannot become unequal component. If you make it unequal component, equation become unbalanced and you die. Nature is like, nah, brah, we got to shift delete it. So that's the whole point. Yeah. Again, there were a lot of people talking about, like, you know, okay, what if a woman replaced men with this? It's like, no, women can't replace it. Why do you think women are getting married? So they can get alimony. It's like, why do you think women are marrying now when they can do jobs, when they can be lesbian, when they can get married, they can have kids with in vitro fertilization? It's like, why they are getting married? Alimony. Why can men replace a woman with AI, but women can't do that? Because again, we are used to paying. Paying an AI server is the same as paying an ex-wife. But wife's point of view is like, wait a minute, I have to have a husband and I have to pay it. It's like, bruh, that's not how it works. So this type of rules. Yeah. Chip quality, is it relevant or just a side of the coin? It's just one side of the coin. Like, they can make as cheap as possible and they can make as high quality as possible. Like, every high component device, electronic device is made in China. All of it, 100% of it is made in China. iPhone is made in China. Samsung, the assemblies are made in, like, again, it can be assembled in India, but things are still made in China. So they have both, basically. Anyway, this has been fun live stream. 1 hour is over. I'll see you guys. 70% of how does alimony argument fit there? Go to family court. I'm gonna give you a real world example. There was a woman filing case on her husband. She did not speak Hindi. She did not speak Hindi. They had to bring a translator of a very what you call it, jungli. That jungli area, they have Santali or something, some specific language. They had to have a translator for that. She was suing her husband. Free money and women do not mix. One second. 100 without a vehicle is reduce weddings. There is, see, remove alimony, 5 minutes later all the marriage will disappear. 5 minutes, that's all long it will take. And again, we'll see what happens in China. Again, 5 minutes is a bit facetious, but let's see. Anyway, I'll see you guys next week. Bye.